your mind. Hey now, baby, it's time, it's voting time. The walls of Wall Street stands before us. We need to stand together. We need our money back. And when you vote, you can speak your mind. And when you vote, it's time that you decide. Hey now, baby, come on, baby. Hey now, baby.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Thursday. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. I hope you enjoyed that. That is John Lawrence's new song, Vote Number 3. I remind you, you can follow the link to his website or to Bandcamp or whatever it is. Anyway, you can download his music for free. He gave us that authority. So, baby, go by there and enjoy his music. It is Thursday, baby, so I appreciate everybody being here. Showtime Dwizzle, first one to show up, wasn't it? Let me see. Let me check. Yep. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I'm checking. Showtime Twiz was the first one to show up, followed by Dorothy Tyndall. And Colleen Collins is here. Thank you very much. George Murray, my friend. Denise Holt. Dennis Tafoya is here. Susan Murgia. Teresa Diganobly Wire. Charles Stokel's here. Ardesi is here. Stephanie Dean's here. Monica Burns, baby, thank you for coming by. Joy Peters, we appreciate it. Diane Marie and Kathy Larkin out in the West Coast. How you doing, darling? Shara Hookah. I get all mixed up. Let me just. There's a lot of people here. We appreciate it y'all being here for this meeting. Anyway, it is indeed Thursday. Now, I notice you might notice there's a little thing down there at the bottom of the page there, at the bottom of the screen there. And I wanted to kick this off right off the beginning because this Blue Dot family has been very kind to us. We do a show and y'all donate through Super Chat and everything, and we appreciate that tremendously. And it goes a huge way in allowing this family to continue and to survive out here without me having to quit my job here and go get another job. Anyway, that being said, tonight we would appreciate it, instead of donating here to the Super Chat or something, there is a link there, and if you can't find it anywhere else, you can go to a bluedotintexas.com/Andy.
You can either go to a bluedotintexas.com and just see a big old button at the homepage. You can't miss it.
Yeah,
or you can go
button.
to a bluedotintexas.com/Andy. Andy's been with us for a very, very
Andy's
long
a
time.
big
And he's
voice.
been a part of this community before me and Dad ever took the seat at our microphones here.
No.
And Andy's a swell guy, and he's in need of some help, y'all. And we want to try to do what we can with our Blue Dot family, the family that he and all of y'all are part of. We want to send him some help.
This is something we don't normally do, and we here, we never ask for your donations. The link is there for those that are so inclined to do so, and we appreciate it tremendously. There is no cost for being in this family. There's no cost to being on the show or anything involved with gifts or money or anything else. We appreciate what this family does for us. And tonight, I've been talking to Andy. Andy's having a rough time with medical bills. Hell, when I talked to him today, he was in the doctor's office. Hell, I had to wait for him to get back out. Andy's doing fine. He's holding on as much as he can. His attitude and his spirit is beyond measure. I truly love him as a brother. And tonight we just wanted to help Andy out with a little medication fees there. So if you were inclined to donate to us tonight, we would encourage you to please go click the link there.
Yes, please go to the link.
Yeah.
You can either go to our website or you can go to the link. I put it down in the bottom corner of Dad's screen when he comes back. That is Andy's direct PayPal.me link,
Right.
which is paypal.me/filthymouthlibberal.
Filthy Mouth
And this
Liberal.
is all the money will be going directly to him. I ask y'all not to donate to our Super Chat tonight because Super Chat takes about a month to get here, and that won't, right now Andy needs the help as soon as he can. And yeah.
It's sad that we don't have universal health care in this nation.
Yeah.
And that we have people who are in dire needs at time. And Andy is somebody special to this family. He is special to the family of Democrats. He's been around longer than I have.
Yes.
And but we just want to help him out as much as he can. This is not something that Andy solicited.
No.
Andy didn't ask for this. As a matter of fact, I had to ask him for permission to do it, and he was hesitant even then, although he admitted he did need that kind of help right now.
Yeah.
And then we got into a bunch of mushy shit, and we both said, knock that crap off. And so that's the deal tonight. Andy Pagoota, we love you, brother. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Life is tough sometimes. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. And so we'll figure that out. But we ask you, please go there and donate that. Ben, we appreciate it tremendously. Just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, hi, John and Travis and Bernadette. I'll be back in the Blue Room once I figure out why I'm still having, chest pains and my blood pressure is still high on fuck Trump. Jesus, Ben, you just had that trip to the hospital with the heart shit. Knock that crap off. Get your blood pressure under control, please. And let's calm down and let us know how you're doing. Anyway, we want to help take care of this family as much as we can. There is so much pain in this family on so many different levels in discussions with different Blue Dots. There's a lot of stress in the world, and we just got to help when we can. And anyway, like Andy says, all done with the mushy shit and all that crap. Anyway, Filthy Mouth Liberal, if you don't know who he is, check out his Facebook page. Andy hasn't been quite as active as lately as you would expect. His voice is kind of hard on him right now. So, but
yeah, and that's why we're gonna try to do our best tonight to bring that voice back and get him back on with us as soon as we can, or as soon as he can, I should say. So to anybody who can go out there, again, you can go find the link at abluedotintexas.com. There's a big button on the homepage that'll take you to abluedotintexas.com/Andy. And down there in the bottom left, you'll see that I'm going to keep that up on the entire show tonight. That's the direct link to Andy's PayPal.me. That is paypal.me/filthymouthlibral. Stupid easy to get, just to make a quick donation and help a really good guy out. So, Andy, if you're watching, which I'm sure he is, we love you, buddy. And
I'm sure Andy's watching, so I'll say hello to him there in the chat.
Yeah, please leave some good, leave some comments down there in the chat.
Give him a little.
Give him a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up, a little morale booster there. Anyway, hell, this whole damn country's in freaking dire straits. I understand that Florida, Texas, and South Carolina have just reported record deaths from COVID-19, and 129, I think it was, here in Texas. One day. This shit's it's getting bad. It's getting worse down here in my county, in the surrounding area, in Houston and San Antonio, and it is the way that the states are handling it, addressing it in different ways. But I'll tell you what, if you live in a freaking Republican state, it's pretty freaking obvious where they're going with this shit. I seen Ron DeSantis out there again. He was at a press conference and he said the media that it was the media's fault that they have a big spike in Florida because the media quit asking him about COVID-19 last May, And the citizens, the population there got complacent. They didn't really think it was a big thing, so they just went out and partied. So it's the media's fault. Kiss my ass, Ron DeSantis. How's that shit? Deep and wide, buddy. I loved it that the news program there immediately pulled up video after video after video of every damn month since May, asking him about the COVID, asking him about all sorts of shit. He's got that stupid video out there where he says, "Where's the boogeyman?" and all that crap. Ron DeSantis is responsible for the damn spike in Florida, and it's still going on, and he's still trying to backpedal the shit out of it. But he's trying to shove it off on the media. It's the TV's fault because they didn't tell me. What are you, Brian Kemp? Oh, we just found out it was contagious yesterday. Oh, speaking of Brian Kemp, that asshole in Georgia, another freaking Republican, is put out a mandate, not for mask, against mask, declaring that the state of Georgia, nobody in the state of Georgia, in your city, in your county, in your district, I don't give a shit what it is, you cannot implement a face mask policy. Are you shitting me? The one thing every medical doctor out there, except Ronnie Jackson, we'll get to him later, except him, and Rand Paul, I guess, are the only ones out there saying, we don't need no stinking mask. And I'm going to make it a law you can't enforce a mask thing. That's just freaking, it's ridiculous. I got one more. No, Brian Kemp. Back over in Florida, Anthony Samantini is back out there. He's a state rep. He's filing lawsuits against districts that are trying to implement a mask policy. Are you shitting me? My governor, Greg Abbott, look what he did this whole damn time. Jumped us right off the freaking cliff. It's the Republican governors. You can look at this shit. They're still trying to kiss his ass with this during a pandemic. During a rising case and deaths and infection across the country, hell no, we ain't having no mask shit. Are you shit? That's what we are up against. That's the kind of crap. And yes, Rand Paul, he said, you can't hold me down and make me take a vaccine. It's my constitutional right. You can't stick me with it. Nobody can come stick you with a needle. Nobody can come force you to put a mask on your face. It's a civic responsibility. You have as much freedom in this country to be as stupid and as ignorant as you want to be, and that's one of the biggest problems we got, I think, is because that allowance has allowed that tree to just blossom like a summer bitch. Are you shitting me? They're all over the freaking place. You can look at Karens all day long griping about, I can't breathe in a mask. Really, it's just disgusting at times. But as we all sit out here and wonder what we're all going to do as the rising cases, especially across the South down here. We're getting refrigerated trucks down here. Don't worry about it. And by the way, going on Texas, before I forget, I want to read this little thing right out the news, because this is what Texas is doing, baby. You know, Donnie don't like them numbers. The San Antonio Metro Health District has declared its reporting to separate confirmed and probable cases so that Bexar County and statewide totals have been updated to remove 3,484 probable cases. Probable cases. Meaning that, they tested for the antigen testing, but they didn't do an antibody testing on it. It's like, well, wait a minute now. You can't prove it's. That's what they're doing. And that's what I expect they're going to try to do across the country. Is anywhere you got a Republican-based governor, you're going to try to fiddle with the numbers so Donnie looks better. Remember, Donnie's the idiot that believes if we cut the testing in half, we would have half the cases. No, you freaking idiot. The cases are there whether you test or not. The question is, how many of our citizens are going to die before you get your ass off the pot and do something? And he still ain't doing that. He still ain't doing that, baby. But today, Dennis Valdez calls me earlier and said, John, Donnie's flipping a finger to SCOTUS. Really? What's going on? And Dennis was talking that what was it? In 2017, Donnie tried to stop DACA. Let's just stop DACA. We ain't doing DACA. No more DACA. And the Supreme Court ruled, say, no, buddy, you can't do that. You did it the wrong way. DACA survived. And Donnie is defying the Supreme Court of the United States. The government is refusing to accept any more DACA applications. The law says that DACA stands. This is so, strikes at the base of this country, the very heart sometimes. These are kids, through no fault of their own, are here. They were brought here by their parents, their uncle, somebody. When they were a child, they crossed that river. They crossed that border into this country and have been living here, going to school here, doing everything that they can as a citizen. And these kids grow up and they want the deferred action against child admissions, meaning that when a kid comes over here at 5 years old, and right now in junior high, this is the only country they've ever known. This is their home. America's their home, not Mexico, not anywhere else. And you're a prick if you come along. Somebody, we're going to kick your ass out because you came in here when you was 5 years old and you're illegal. So we're going to. That's so heartless. That's not the country that I love. That's not what we should be doing. We should be encouraging those people. They're in school. Even to be a DACA, you can't have no arrest records. You got to be in school. You got to have all this stuff that you got to abide by to even be on that list. And yet our president, with 3.5 months left to go, is still flipping a finger at you, saying, no, you're a Mexican, rapist, drug dealers, all that kind of stuff. It's inbred in his soul. He's a racist asshole. Stephen Miller is a racist little asshole. We can't expect anything less out of these people. Right up to the last freaking day he's in office, he's going to try to crush some regulation for some corporation, or he's going to try to do away with some safety net issue that the citizens of this country rely on. He is going to try to destroy as much as he can because he's a spoiled little child, and if he can't have it, he'll fucking break it. And that's what he's going to do. He's the kid that knocks over the birthday cake and pitches a hissy fit. That's what he's going to do to this country. He will try to destroy as much of us in this nation, as much of our infrastructure, our institutions, anything. I write better. I have no doubt about that. But what bothers me more is we have a party. We have a Republican Party that are accomplices in this crime, that are willing accomplices in this crime. As we see Republican and conservatives out here in the population going on videos, and we see the Lincoln Project with their new commercials and everything, and they're going against him. But this is what we're not seeing is the defiance within the party that's in power right now, meaning your congressmen, your senators, your district, your governor, whatever the hell it is. Every day that they go along with this bullshit to placate the asshole up there, Americans are going to die. The virus is going to spread. They want to force open schools. Let's just open the schools. Who gives a shit about the schools? I give a shit about the kids in the school. I give a shit about the teachers, the janitor, the cafeteria lady. Everybody that's going to come in contact with that school. We are the vaccine, baby. In this virus that has affected our populace, our national discord, our family lives, everything that has been destroyed since this man walked in our house. We're the vaccine for that, baby. We're the only ones that can fix this shit. Anyway, Mitch Goldstein snuck through and donated $2 through Super Chat and said, oh, there you go, Mitch. Fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump. And love Andy Pagoota. There you go. There you go. Oh, and Gary Spring donated $2 through Super Chat. We appreciate it, Gary. And Ben Stroud donated $2 through Super Chat and said, just sent Andy $10 and fuck Trump, fuck Trump. Okay. All right, now, Ben. Wait a minute. Now, this squirrel I got done messed up here. You got any suggestions there?
Maybe the first one's fuck Mike.
Mike Pence?
Maybe.
Fuck Mike. All right. FG. Who's G? Ben, really put me on a spot here, buddy.
Who's
Now,
FG and FB?
FB.
Fuck. Well, no, Facebook. No, that wouldn't be
Fuck bar.
Oh yeah, there we go. Fuck
And,
bar. Okay.
Yeah, we're. All right, we're working on G. Ben, thank you very much, buddy. We appreciate it tremendously. Anyway, y'all remember, if you can donate, and Ben, thank you very much for donating to Andy there. I know he appreciates it, baby. I know he does. Anyway, Dennis, can you believe the shit that they're doing up in San Antonio? They're going to hide the numbers, buddy. That's what they'll do.
Absolutely.
Fudge a little number here, fudge a little number there. That way they can all just go, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, that's why the White House wants the numbers to go directly to them now instead of the CDC.
Indeed, David, indeed. How are you doing, my friend?
A little under the weather, but I'm getting better.
Oh, buddy. What? You're up in California, ain't you? Northern?
Yeah.
There you go. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's going fine. You're just feeling a little under the weather?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm
Well.
not dealing with anything too super serious at the moment.
Good. Keep it that way. Just,
Oh, fingers crossed.
yeah. And so, but we're glad you're here, buddy. We appreciate it tremendously. And our friend,
Happy to
Mitch.
hope you and John,
Yes.
you John and Travis are doing well in your family. And
Oh,
I'm so sorry to hear about Andy. And
yeah, Andy's
he's
been having a
going
rough time of it. He really is. Was really, we appreciate having Andy's voice on here. But at the point right now, Andy has a little difficulty well, he knows what he wants to say, and he can say it, but he can't say it for very long right now. And yeah, we want to help him out as much as we can. We would.
he shouldn't have to live in a country where he has to live on the edge because of this, though.
Yeah, that's what the bad part is. But it's no different. We've seen all
Greatest nation in the world, wealthiest nation in the world.
Yep, can't
take
afford
our own
that
care of our own.
Nope.
Can't afford that.
Mitch Goldstein, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing superb. I'm here with my evil twin, Julie.
Outstanding. We always appreciate your evil twin, Julie, to be there. I don't
Well,
think
we're sitting down. We're about to eat. My son is like the master of the smoker. He made us some smoked hamburgers. So we're going to chill out. We'll stay in the channel.
Okay.
Chill out for a while. We'll come back.
So,
And I just want to tell everybody before I go that number one, you should be liking this video. Number two, you should be subscribing to this channel.
Yeah.
Number three, fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Number four, get on abluedotintexas.com and buy some cool stuff. Like an idiot, I bought a long sleeve shirt, so we'll unveil it sometime in November, I guess.
Time's coming, Mitch.
But please donate some money to Andy Pagoota. He may have a filthy mouth, but he's one of the kindest, smartest man I've ever met, and he needs our
Extremely
support.
humble. Yes.
Yep. Well,
That
in
is
his
the most
own way,
accurate
humble.
description.
Somebody
of
that gets
Andy.
on the radio, the guy's pretty humble when it comes to him. But he marries people. He's a preacher. He's got the I don't know about
Multi-talented.
preaching, but he does the marrying part. I know.
Yeah,
that.
the most important part.
Yeah.
By the way, really quick, before we go any further, because it's just something I noticed here.
What?
I came back and my computer was off. We said we never turn this off again. And I
Right.
realized I got the best view of your face now.
Do you?
You
That's
touched my
because
stuff.
I moved that monitor right there over about 2 inches.
Yeah,
We have eye contact, don't we?
we do. I just noticed it halfway through the show. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I able to see you all of a
So a
sudden?
lot could go on with eye contact. When you look at each other, you kind of know what's going on. But when you're over here behind the screen, it's like, hey, it's.
Oh, I agree with that. But my computer was off this morning, and I had to reset some things. So,
Well, shit. As I sit here trying to get into a serious discussion now,
I'm just saying,
got to
how do
sit
you
here
plead?
and think about smoked hamburgers.
oh, I know. That sounds so good.
This is just, he did that on purpose.
Yeah, he really
Comes
did.
right in
It's
here.
not fair. It's just
Has-
not fair.
I know
It
it.
really ain't.
Puts that seed in your brain and then runs out the door to enjoy his nice dinner that we're all going to be thinking about.
Yeah.
All right, just want to let him.
He didn't
know
bring
that.
enough for the whole entire class.
That's right. Nope, didn't do
But
it.
then again, wait, he said his son cooked them, so we can cut his son some slack. So,
All right, we
Hey,
cut the
John?
sun slack.
yeah.
Yeah, Dennis.
I just noticed Andy is in the other Discord. I don't know if he has the information to get into this one. Sounds like you may want to get in.
Well,
I'll go ahead and try to get to
we
him.
can see if we can
He's
get him
over in the
over
blue
here.
room.
Yeah, he's probably over in the blue room. I can't see that anymore because now it has a separate Discord. I go to the blue room after the show.
Oh
But-
yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Oh, where?
Filthy mouth liberal.
Yeah,
in the
we're
blue
looking.
room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
go ahead
okay.
and try to get a hold of him and let him know, hey, to come over here so we can keep the conversation going.
Oh, and I'll keep
Yeah,
that going.
I also wanted to found out after I talked to you.
Yeah.
I missed an article yesterday.
Yeah.
They're doing thorough interviews and test your Trump loyalty in the White House.
Yeah, can you believe that, Dennis?
Me? Are you shitting me?
Because that's what the most
Loyalty
important
test.
Test your loyalty.
Put your pecker on the table. Do you trust us? I got this hammer. You son of a bitch.
Step
What is
forward.
that shit?
Receive your brand.
What? I don't doubt that story, not for 1 minute. That's who he is. It's not about love of country. It's not about protecting citizens. It's not about protecting our soldiers. It's about the Trump brand, baby. It's Trump, all Trump, nothing but Trump. So help Trump. You know, it's sad that we live in this shit.
You saw he and his daughter hawking the Goya beans,
Oh,
right?
God.
I mean, that was just...
That
I
picture.
thought it was parody. I thought that was doctored at first.
Two things. One,
Not.
no, that's him sitting at the Resolute desk. The
Grinning that
wonderful,
shit-eating grin that I hate so
prestigious
much.
Resolute desk that he talked about before. I can't see myself wearing a mask. I'm at the Resolute desk. Are you
that-
shit? And he's got the same shit-eating grin with the two thumbs up. I swear, how much more cheesy can you get?
That
That's-
desk has never been so disgraced.
No, it has never been so defiled. For a
Yeah.
Goya bean commercial at the Resolute desk. Are you shitting me? Hell yes, this president's for sale. And oh, by the way, that's against the law for him to fucking do that. But like that gives
Yeah.
a
Well,
shit. And
They may
Ivanka
go after
too.
Ivanka for that. They
Oh,
may go after her for that.
did
Senior
anybody?
White House staff.
If
Not
you-
supposed to do that.
If you have not seen last night's cold opening of Stephen Colbert,
It's fantastic.
yeah, because I was about to take, because I told y'all before I have milk right before I go to bed. So Stephen Colbert is fixing to come on. I'm over there with my milk, and the Goya bean commercial comes up there, or picture with Ivanka there holding the beans there, and then they thought she doesn't only talk the talk, she walks the walk. And when they went into that, I had just taken a big old sip of milk when the first spark came out of her ass. I about drowned in the first sip of milk, man. I'm telling you, Marsha was having a fit over there, just laughing her ass off. Just ain't gonna
Thank
take
God for
time
the
to
comedians.
say. Oh yes, I'll tell
They're
you.
the only ones keeping me sane right now. If
If
it
you-
weren't for like Stephen Colbert, Randy Rainbow, and others,
Yes.
I'd be losing
Yeah,
my
you
mind.
well, you have to. You have to back up every once in a while and take a laugh at this shit. Because if you don't, you end up like me, just a constantly pissed off old man. Get off my grass, that kind of shit. That's not me. I've gone through my life. I'm a nice guy. That's what I always describe myself. I'm a basic nice guy. You need help, I'm going to try to help you out as much as I can. I'm cordial. I'm nice. I'm all that kind of shit. And oh fuck,
Trump and his Trumpians bring the mean out in you.
yes, they
They
do.
really do. Of
They do.
everybody.
And it has, I go to town now when I do, which is seldom nowadays, as little as I can. And I wear my T-shirts to town. And it's to the point to where I'm just daring you. Say something. Just anything. I got my camera. I'm waiting on that moment, man, because it would be great for my Blue Dot family. Let me whip out my camera. Wait a minute, I got to get there. Yeah, it's me. Look at this idiot. I'm waiting on it. I don't know. Doesn't happen very much because I always have my wife says, because you always look like you're fixing to kick somebody's ass. I'm a nice guy. What the fuck? You always look like you're mad. Well, I am mad. Now get off my grass. And,
You know what those pictures were, though? That's our preview of what Trump's going to do post-presidency. That's what he's setting
It
up.
is.
He's going to be a shill and a salesman for his own little Trumpian network. And while he tries to milk these core people for every penny he can, because he doesn't give a damn about them. It's one of the things that cracks me up most about their loyalty, the whole loyalty test Dennis was talking about.
Yeah.
Trump would throw any of those people under the bus in a second to save
Any
himself.
one of them. Hell, he just sent Peter Navarro flying under the desk.
Oh yeah.
You know, there he goes.
Oh yeah.
He shouldn't have done that. He did it all by himself. I didn't know anything about it. Oh man, it's sad. It's pitiful. It's all those words that you describe. A very bad situation, and we're living with it. Let me catch up here real quick. Lived It donated $10 to Super Chat and said, "Salute Blue Dot. Time to circle the wagon. Stay in the fight, my friend." Lived It has got some ideas cooking up in his brain. We're gonna try to tap into also. And Gary Springs donated 2 Beaver Bucks and said, "Beaver Bucks for you, lovely my Blue Dot Buck Trumps." Seems to be a trend in there. And Bud Oakley just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, sent Andy $10 with the help of my daughter. Bud, thank you very much. And yes, I fully understand with help from the daughter thing. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know what I'm doing. Anytime somebody asks me for technical assistance, first thing I tell them is, do you have a kid? Because if you have a kid, go get him. They know what to do. Anyway, yep, the house is on fire, and the fire department said, we're busy right now. We're working on other shit right now. We're planning a barbecue ourselves, so that's what it feels like.
We're making beans.
Yeah, we're making beans. We're having a big Goya party over here. That whole
Let's go a little deeper into that loyalty test. I mean,
what the hell is that, Dennis?
Let's think about it for a second.
How do you?
It's
how do
close
you
to the election.
Yeah.
He's got leaks. I'm sure that's
Lord.
what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Is seal leaks.
I don't think he has enough cork.
But why else would you try to be trying desperately and make publicly known that you're trying to seal leaks?
Scare people.
I think there's something bigger coming. He's trying to test loyalty to see how much he can get away with under the nose of people.
Very possible.
One of the things that, when we've talked about this before, excuse me.
That's all right, John. That's what I've been doing for the last week and a half.
Yeah, I got my own shit going on. We all do. Anyway, the idea that through this 3.5 years, just as Mitch McConnell in the Senate, his main objective is to put judges on the court to protect them for future litigations for corporations and shit like that. Donnie is in the same business within our government. We have seen him within the State Department, within the Department of Defense, and in the Department of Justice. Not only seek to appoint the director, but we're talking about several layers down into middle-level management, implanting Trump loyalists into our government, inserting them in strategic places, and that, my friends, is a scary fucking thought. It shows the intent to subvert the government of the people and make it a government of Trump. And have no doubt that is exactly what he's been doing.
It's conspiracy in plain sight. I mean, that's what Trumpism is I'm gonna rip you off, and if you don't like it, sue me. And then if it goes to court, he's already got a 1 in 3 chance.
He's got one. He's got a bevy of freaking lawyers just waiting to take his money. And as me and you were talking on the phone earlier, Dennis, that's his forte. That is his modus operandi. He lives in court. Everything that has ever had anything to do with Trump ends up in court somewhere. And hence the desire to have a lot of judges on the courts, because they know they're going to end up there. And
can I say hello?
Hey, Andy. There you are,
John
you
Briscoe.
filthy mouth liberal. Don't be coming at
How the
filthy.
hell are
How the
you?
hell are you is the question.
I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
You can't get rid of that thing, man. I'm telling you. You just have to swallow it with the rest of the biscuit.
I know.
Try
that
not-
ugly
mix a
son of
little
bitch is
gravy
gonna
on
be
it.
here
Just
forever.
hide it. As long as the eyeball don't see it.
I know.
Andy, we love you, buddy. We hope we have a good
I
response
love
tonight.
you guys too, every last freaking one of you.
Oh, there's a lot of us, buddy.
And-
You got enough to
Yeah,
love. You got enough
I've
to go around for
discovered
everybody.
that.
Yeah. Good. As I, as I said before, Andy did not ask for this. I called Andy, and this is not something we do normally. And again, we don't even ask for ourselves. We appreciate the help. And in this same case, Andy, it's the same thing. It's people that want to help. And
I am emotionally overwhelmed,
shit,
overjoyed.
I hope you got enough to go to one of them beaches down in the Caribbean. They show all the time on the TV. Come down to Sandals and lounge on the beach.
I'm just trying to buy some dope, dude. Man,
No shit. I'm just trying to buy drugs. That's it, buddy. Well, that's what the pitiful part of this is, Andy. Is that we do, you and I growing up, we remember seeing the can on the store, at the counter on the store. Somebody's having a liver transplant or something like that. Please donate $1. Got it to a cancer fund.
yeah.
Have we progressed that much? No, we haven't.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck are these people and why do they care about me?
Well-
As grateful as I am, I'm overwhelmed and I can't really convey that emotion, particularly to people that I don't necessarily know, but I would love to know you all, like quick, fast, in a hurry. But gee whiz, why me? Why did you people
Let's
choose
don't
me?
get
And
into the mushy shit again. All right.
Why not?
Listen here.
Why not you,
It's
Andy?
because
Why not you?
why not you? Why not you? Because they do it to me,
know,
Andy. They do it to me, and we don't ask, but they do
But
it.
look
And
what
if it
you do
wasn't for
every
them,
day, John Brito.
I don't do shit. I get
You
on here and
do.
run my mouth. That's all I do.
You do plenty
Uh,
of shit.
Here's the thing. This is just the way I look at it. The fact is, it is a sad world we live in where we can't all be taken care of by the government that we.
That you have to worry about going to the drugstore and being able to walk out with medication and not buying cat food for dinner. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
I'm not saying that Andy buys
There
cat
are
food. no.
days when that happens, and there are days when I feed my grandchildren. I feed the cat with my grandchildren. Because
Right.
my daughter is way too active, and we do that. No, I'm kidding, people. I don't do anything like that. But
You had me
You
go.
should have let it go. Everybody
I'm
but
gonna
it
pull out
went
a
weeping
grandkid
in
and
just a
throw it
few
to my-
minutes, buddy.
But what I'm getting at though is, and I saw it in the chat, just with everybody writing messages and saying they're reaching out to you, Andy, and to me it is the most amazing thing because it just proves that, when things are supposed to be taken care of and we can't rely on the government, we got each other's backs however we can. So the fact that people are reaching out to you and
Hey, Miss
yours
Nomad.
tonight, it fills my
I
heart with
never-
joy, So
Bernadette.
It does mine too, Travis. And this is the absolute last thing I expected. What I wanted to happen was that my Blue Dot family would come in and say, you know what, we love you. We're praying for you. We're doing whatever we can, whatever
Yeah, we're doing all that
reflects
too.
our particular beliefs. But yet this is overwhelming me beyond any expectation, and I'm overjoyed, and I
Yeah,
can't really think of another
yeah.
big $2 word to express that. But y'all know where I'm going.
We
Yeah.
all know where your heart is, Andy. I admired you from the first time I saw you speaking. I thought, no, there's a guy that has a radio voice. And not only that, you knew what the fuck you were doing because it ended up being that's what you did for a living.
I got a fucking radio voice, radio face too.
Yeah, that's what I got, radio face. Don't
Well,
ask me why.
Mama told me that a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's what my mama said.
Yeah, turn the radio on.
You
so
got a face for radio.
Stay
you
away
son
from
of a
Hollywood.
Bitch,
You
why
don't-
are you even in here? Yeah.
They don't want your ass out there. Anyway, well, I hope
John,
I
can
hope
you
it
tell
is.
us again how to help out Andy if we want to?
You can go
For
to
people joining us late?
Yeah, if you're joining us late tonight, we would appreciate it. Instead of any super chat, which they're doing anyway. Michelle Graham donated $2 to super chat and said, "Set Andy 10. Hope he helps.
Hope it
helps.
helps.
Fuck
Fuck
Trump.
Trump.
Help it helps. Fuck Trump."
Thank you very much,
There you
Michelle.
go. Thank you, Michelle Graham.
All
For
right, I
those of
hope
you just
people are
coming in,
happy. You fuckers have me crying. Right now.
fuck that
Thank
crying
you.
shit.
Well,
You know the.
I'm sorry. I'm not
Andy,
Navy, John. I'm Air Force. You know how.
Andy,
Well,
we just want you
we'll
around
forget
voting in November. That's why.
Yeah, we want you here, buddy. We need your vote. We're gonna fight for every damn one of them.
I don't
bet.
know. I want him around because he's the one who finds out all the cool Alexa shit. He told us Alexa can fart, and ever
No
since
shit,
then,
I
now
didn't
I'm
know
looking for
Alexa could
guidance
fart.
on
How many of our
Andy.
Blue Dot members who own an Alexa knew that you could ask her to fart, and not only fart different ways.
Yep, fart's different every single time.
I will have.
Different
I'm
part.
going to have to be completely honest with this. I didn't discover that. My grandson did.
Yeah, but you were kind
You-
enough to
you
relay it
pa-
to
yes,
us.
You passed
Right,
the torch
conveyor
out
of
here to the rest
information.
of them.
Peyton,
Yes.
Peyton is 4, and he knew all of this. And he stands out on the road in front of our house. We live on a pretty busy road out here. And he says, he waves his hand. He said, "Hey, how's your mom and them?"
How's your mom? And that's a standard.
We live in the South. That's what we do.
That's who. Yeah, it's not just you. It's your whole damn family. It's the same way.
right.
Yeah, because I never say. Every time I ever talk to Maestro, how's your mama doing?
Right. And that little son of a gun has, how do I say this and not be so dirty about it? That little son of a gun has testicular fortitude.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he has some big old hairy
He's got
balls.
some big ones out there just tossing out
And
there.
he
Dare you
gets out
to do
there.
anything with
How's your mom and them?
it.
And that little son of a gun has taught me a lot. I kid you not.
Oh Lord, you know we learn a lot through weird sources
the
sometimes.
least of us will teach us the most.
Yes, that's true, Andy. That's a very
and
good
it
saying.
has taken me so long to realize that.
Well, I've always said, and I used to be what they called a facilitator. I'd talk to large groups of people to try to find common ground with shit.
Yeah.
If there is one person in the room who thinks that they are older and wise enough that they cannot learn something from the youngest person in this room, there's an idiot for you. Because
You're right, John.
his brain is already full. He ain't got no room for anything new. So just shuffle him off to the nursing home, in my opinion, because he's a relic. You have to be able to accept what somebody else has to show you, has to teach you.
If we ever stop learning, what do we have left? We
nothing.
don't have anything.
I guess one of them. Shit, I'm trying to think.
We've been screwed without being kissed. I mean,
Yeah.
we got nothing at that point.
Yeah, no, if you don't, it's the forever use of the mind or whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the proper term right now. You have to stay involved in life, or life will just smack you like a bug.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
And even if I'm smacked, I like to worm around a little bit, let you know I ain't dead yet, sucker. Take another whack.
Yeah, you gonna have to hit me harder than that to get me there.
No
Scooter.
shit. I've been hit before. I'm not bashful about it. I've lost lots of fights. Anyway, Dolores Grant donated $2 through Super Chat and said, "Hit wrong button outside. This is Andy." Okay, we'll make sure Andy gets that. And Lived It
God bless
donated.
you, Doris. Thank you.
And Lived It donated $10 to Super Chat and said, when I first heard John, I heard a fire-breathing patriot. Andy, we need more like you, willing to be filthy in order to protect clean honor.
Well, the only thing
Salute,
fire
sir.
breathing was I had too much vodka and I lit a dick in front of my mouth.
Vodka? Look at that.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to do what I have to do, man. You gotta keep the pain away somehow.
Yeah.
Jesus
You got to
Christ.
keep it kicking somehow. Hold on while I light my pipe. Anyway,
I know
yeah.
what you got in that pipe, John Brittlebo.
it's a fine
Bless your little
Cavendish blend.
pea-picking heart. A fine Cavendish blend. Okay.
It is
I
a
thought
blend.
it was a fine cabinet. What do they call that shit?
It's a blend of what's left. There you go. It's in there, and it's a nice
Just mix
blend
that
of.
shit up and be done with
That's
it. Don't worry
it.
about
That's exactly what it is. And
This is a mixture
Yeah.
of all your friends. And let me tell you what, I hope it doesn't happen for another 150 years. But when I croak, I hope you put me in that pipe and
roll me
let
up and
me
smoke
through
me,
there
baby.
one more time.
That's what Willie
Roll
Nelson
me up
said.
and smoke me
Roll me
when
up
I
and
die.
smoke me
That's
when
what
I'm gone.
That's what my buddy Willie said. Yeah.
I like Willie too. He's the one that came up with that old. There's more old drunks than there are old doctors. So let's all have
You
another
got
round.
that right.
Yeah.
Really quick, so I can just chime in. again, if anybody can help Andy tonight, there's a few ways to go about it. You can visit bluedotintexas.com, and right on the homepage, there's a big old button you can press.
Big old button.
Or you can go to bluedotintexas.com/Andy, and you can find how to help them from there. Or you can go straight to the source, look at the bottom left of our screen, and go to Andy's official paypal.me link, paypal.me/filthymouthliberal. And again, I see a lot of comments coming in.
Bitch with a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, that's him.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
And I keep seeing comments going by, and I greatly appreciate it. We all appreciate the fact that y'all are stepping it up tonight for our friend Andy. It means the world to us, and you guys are fucking awesome.
See how professional he sounds?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
I said fucking awesome. Yeah,
That's my
I'm
boy.
professional.
Overwhelmed is an understatement
Well, buddy, I hope so. This family has a big heart. I can attest to that.
And that's what you are, John Britton. You and
Shit,
every
don't
one of
start
these
that
people.
crap again.
I'm going to do
It's
it.
them
damn it.
people.
You're gonna have to
It's
deal
all
with it.
these people right over here in that Sonia C., Teresa Diggum, Diane Marie, Linda's Journeys and Struggles. See? Linda's Journeys and Struggles is right here in the room with us.
All of you people.
Yeah.
And,
Look,
I
there's that
started
Johnny
this
Fly.
thing.
God damn.
I started this, about the same time you
Love
did,
you, Johnny.
John. With all this kind of stuff. And we all came together, and we became family, and we became as one unit. And
We have a common
Wow.
we have a common goal here.
and that's to get that son of a bitch out of our house.
It is, but I think it's more than that, Andy. We
It's
want
so
that's
much
the
more
first
than
step.
that, yes.
That's the first step, is to get him out, and as many of those lying, traitorous Republicans out of the Senate as we possibly can, and take that Senate, and then we can start to make the change in this country that needs to be needs to be done.
We
y'all.
need so much right now.
We do.
We need so
We
much.
do.
And I don't think any of us are capable of stating it effectively, but there is so much missing right now. I went and I spent the day today with some veteran friends of mine.
Yes,
at
you
the
told me.
American Legion.
Yes, you went up to Legion
just
Hall
not too far down the road. Yeah, 30 miles down the road. from
because
me.
they had asked for Andy
And-
to help, and Andy went to help. That's why. Go ahead with your story, Andy.
Well, I'm like John Britton. When I'm called upon, I don't say no.
Well, how can you?
You go do what you have to do.
You got it.
And I'm a ham radio guy, and these people said we need somebody to come down here and teach us how to call a ham radio net. And a net, for those of you who might not know, is a gathering of ham radio operators who get together for a common cause, and for most of the time, that is for emergency communications.
Exactly.
Or something
Disasters,
like
when all the communications are down, cell phones are down, and all that shit, you can rely on ham radio operators to
Right,
get
when-
the help into an area that needs it desperately. Yeah.
that. Yeah, when you don't have a
crucial.
phone, when you don't have anything,
That's right.
when you don't have grandma's cousin-in-law texting you or anything like that,
There you go.
you've got ham radio.
And
and
those
that's what
guys
we
are
do.
civilians. They're just normal people out in the street everywhere who have built this net to where when shit hits the fan, baby, that communication still exists. And
But the big thing, John, is we don't do it for any recognition. We do it because that's what we enjoy doing.
indeed,
And
Must be
all
done.
of these people come together and they say, you know what, for that, our butts are in there.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And that is fantastic. And
it gives you a
if
great feeling.
people, yeah, and if people who got together for our particular political cause
Right.
got together for the same reasons they get together for our emergency services calls or for our ham radio calls, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call them, if we all got together to get this son of a bitch Trump out of office, think of what
man.
we could accomplish.
Massive. Uh,
People are reluctant to do that, and some for good reason. But our job is to convince them that we're not here to do anything. We
Yeah.
have no ulterior motive.
No.
We just want to make America what America is supposed to be.
There you go, and that's not a degradation on what America We're not the country that we said we are. We're not there yet. We have not lived up to the full potential of our Constitution. We're
Certainly
working
not.
on it. And that is a generational thing, and it's going to go on long after. But every
I'll tell you what we
generation
have
that
done.
comes has to carry that banner. What's that, David?
That's me. And I was about
Oh, I'm
to say,
sorry,
what
Mitch.
we have done is we have exposed the flaws in the United States Constitution.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yes.
We have
know
a
what,
president
David?
who's completely out of control. All of the checks and balances that we learned about on Schoolhouse Rock, all that turns out to
Yep.
be bullshit. If you smear enough money around, you can buy enough influence in the Senate to allow the president to basically do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Keep
You know
in
what
mind,
gets me, David?
the president
I think
is the-
those people
Oh,
have
that-
exposed themselves.
That's Mitch. That's Mitch talking. I'm sorry.
I'm still here, but I'm
sorry,
listening
Mitch.
to you.
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
no worries, man.
But I think those people, we didn't expose them. I think they've exposed
Yes.
themselves.
Yes.
Well, the question I have is have these people always been here and we just didn't notice until Twitter? Or is
That's
this
what
a
I
new
believe.
phenomenon?
No, they've been around before. This is the
Right.
cycle
Yeah.
we've been through a couple of times.
I
It's
think they've
now
always
more
been
visible as thanks to social media.
Yeah,
and,
they're hard to hide.
and the reason that more assholes and Karens and racist assholes are more visible now is because of the man in our office that came out here and made them more comfortable to come out from underneath the little rocks. There's so much that needs to. I'm sorry,
Like
squirrel.
who'd have anticipated that we would have a worse
No.
psychopath in the White House than Richard Nixon?
No,
Who
no,
could have predicted that?
Not in my lifetime.
not in this.
I
Not
certainly
in
would have
this.
never predicted
Be-
that.
because when I think it was Jefferson writing in the Federalist Papers when he spoke about the possibility of a president being so obviously traitorous, let's say the word corrupt, that the natural remedy within the Constitution is impeachment. So that's what Jefferson and them were thinking. Well, why didn't they put a clause in there that if the president's an asshole, we can kick him out?
They did.
They did. It's the impeachment process, and we saw how that went the
No,
first
it's
time.
also the 25th Amendment, which actually supersedes the impeachment process.
It does
Which,
indeed.
of course, Congress, if they weren't corrupt and run by the corrupt Republican Party, could certainly do. So now, literally, we may be facing a situation where we may be literally legally unable to remove him from office, which is why we have to stop fucking around and get organized and make sure his ass is thrown out by a big enough margin
So y'all
where
got
there
that.
could be no mistaking it.
Quit fucking
I'll
around.
concur with that. Yes.
Let me catch this up. Jason Milton donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Love your show. I'm from Omaha, and we can send Trump. He is a
I think he
cancer
meant
on.
we can't stand Trump.
We can't stand Trump. He is a cancer on democracy. Also, please get the Mary Trump Tell-All book on audio. It's great. Thanks. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate it tremendously.
Jason.
That is I've been hearing snips of that book.
I wish I had a gong ring.
Did you see what Eric Trump tweeted about that book?
What do you say? What do you say?
There's always one in every family.
And he's the
I'm looking at it
one.
going,
He's the
You
one.
found yours there, Scooter.
are you not? You're immune to irony, aren't you?
Really, that's that shows the extent
away
of his
from that.
intelligence for him to put out a tweet like that. There's one in every family. Yep, she's pointing him out.
Yeah.
They asked her what would you say to him. She just said resign.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah, it's
I don't think she could be any more blunt than that.
no, and I think it's wise advice at this point. The best thing he could do for his own self would be resign, sneak out the back door, hide as much as you can, pardon yourself, and go.
He's
might be
not
too
going
late.
to
All over
resign.
that one. Yeah.
Here's
It might be
happen.
too late.
Yeah,
He could have
He's
done
not
that maybe
gonna
a couple
resign
years ago.
until- Sorry, man.
No,
No.
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was going to say, when did Nixon resign? Nixon resigned when the
70.
Republicans,
Yeah.
the Republicans went to him and said, "Richard,
That's
sorry, we no longer support you."
That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
that ain't
And he
happening
made
now.
a call. I never remember his name. Who was the preacher that he made a
Billy Graham.
call to Vincent Peale, and he said,
Shit.
"Norman, what should I do?" And Norman said, "Richard, I think it's time you resign."
Because until
That's what it took.
the
Vincent
Republican
motherfucker.
Senate turned against him, Nixon was throwing a finger in your face saying, "Fuck you, I'll fire anybody who tries to investigate me." It was the Republican Senate that finally turned around and forced Nixon to resign. And that was what we were hoping, beyond hope, that would have happened in the impeachment trial, that the Republicans in the Senate would just get so tired of this constant bullshit that they would have to go to Trump and say, look, buddy, it's time for you to go. You resign. We're going to have to fucking find you guilty of this shit because there's a damn good case. I got a whole damn book over here, 10 counts of obstruction of justice that still have not been dealt with. Anyway, lived
these
it, buddy.
Republicans.
Be careful. Donated $5 through Super Chat and said, hope us listeners got that. It was a tool deception, the ham radio.
Cool tool description.
Oh, a cool description of the ham radio conversation. Pay attention. Indeed, lived it. Thank you very much. And SD donated $5 and said, can you get this to Andy Caputa? I sure will. SD, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it tremendously. Where was I?
Wow.
What was I saying?
Let's consider for a second that
Okay.
if Fox News was around during
Oh,
the Nixon administration, would he still have
Terrifying,
been
Dennis.
kicked out?
Nixon probably would have survived.
I think so too.
Nixon probably would have survived if there would have been a Fox News, and that, in a statement in itself, shows us where our society is denigrated to. That Fox News, they joke about there being a cycle between what Fox News says, what Trump says, and then what Fox News says. It's just a constant loop going back and forth. Fox News, as I always describe it, is the most disgusting anti-American shit you can put on your TV. That's all it is. I don't care how many flags they wave, how many times they hold the Bible up and swear to my mother's Jesus and all this other bullshit. It's a con job, is what it is.
Political
Forgive me,
theater.
John, but
That's what it is.
I think Fox and News put together is an oxymoron.
That's an oxymoron. It shouldn't be there.
And I think the son of a bitch that sits in the White House is a freaking moron.
Yep.
He's just a regular moron.
No, he's I'm
a
reluctant to say those words, but he's a big goddamn moron. Let's put it that way.
yeah,
Oh my God.
but a powerful
Our
one.
system
Andy.
depended too much on honor. Is what happened.
Yes.
We trusted the news to be honorable and report the truth. We trusted the senators and representatives and president to be honor their office. And we're
under-
surrounded by a lot of dishonorable people.
Under
Yes, we are.
normal circumstances, Travis, that is the case. But under this administration, it will never be the case.
No,
No,
not a chance.
no. We heard Bolton say in his book that the administration survives on an atmosphere of obstruction of justice. That's the whole reason that they exist. It's not to better the community. It's not to better our country. It's not to fight COVID-19. Every day, everybody that walks into that White House is doing one job. How do we suck up to Donnie? That's
Right.
it.
And how do we get his sorry ass reelected?
That's, for those stupid enough to be involved in that.
For
Diane,
their own sake.
yes, for their own sake.
Because if Donnie doesn't become president, there's a lot of people who aren't going to get pardoned. And Donnie himself, they're going to come after him like there's no
Donnie
tomorrow.
is going to use
Roger
the pardon
Stone is a
power.
perfect example of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
you know,
Roger Stone,
he worked for me and he kissed my ass. I'm going to pardon him. I'm going to pardon that.
I don't think
son of a
Roger
bitch. I don't care what he
Stone.
did.
Through the years, we'll watch. I think Roger Stone is going to end up in prison sooner or later. There are more charges that he can be charged with, and as soon as there's a new sheriff in town, I think that may happen because it's
I
called
sure hope we
justice.
get that sheriff real soon.
Yes, I do too. Diana Mallory.
I hope we get that sheriff from Blazing Saddles that locks everything.
Yeah,
There's
there
the-
you go. That'd be good. Diana
There's
Mallory,
another-
we throw the gong, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, Trump needs to go now. We can't wait until November. He needs gone. I agree so much, Diane. And Baroness Fahrenheit donated $3 through Super Chat. Baroness, we appreciate it very much. The question is, how much can this country stand between now and November? Now and January. Think about that. Because he is...
It'll be more dangerous
Squirrel,
if it
it's
gets
your
beat
fault.
in November. Between November and January will be the most dangerous
moved.
Trump is.
Oh,
Yeah, you moved, huh? Yeah, see there, I could see you, so you moved, and all of a sudden,
I,
squirrel.
I'm gonna mute for a minute, guys. I've had a 4-year-old friend come in the door.
Ah,
No,
grandpa.
say hi, say hi, Peyton.
Hey,
Hello.
hi, Peyton.
Hey,
How you
Peyton.
doing, buddy? I see his pictures. He's a handful, ain't he? He is.
Yeah, he is a handful.
That boy is
I'll be
busy.
back in a minute, guys. I'm gonna mute for a minute and deal with him, and I'll be right back.
Thank you, Andy. Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Yeah,
John, I was
Hear his
gonna
voice.
add on to your thoughts about when Trump's not president.
Yeah.
And I think people need to be reminded about when Mueller was dealing with the grand jury. He asked for like an astronomical amount of blank indictments. It was like 70 blank indictments
yes.
to be sealed.
Thank you for bringing that up because it had slipped my memory. Yes, I remember hearing when we spoke about that a long time ago. That there are a lot of sealed indictments that are waiting that aren't going to be opened until this election season.
Dozens.
Yeah. I can't wait. This is not over by a long shot. It can't be. It can't be if we have the system that we're supposed to have. If we believe in the Constitution and the laws of this country, then it should not be over. Damn the national embarrassment. This at sometimes justice needs to be done. And if we don't hold this man and those in this administration accountable for the damage that they have done, then we need to do some more work on the Constitution because we the people don't have the power. It's them. And we have to come to terms and how to fix this constant feed of money into the Senate, into the Congress, that is just to the point that they're not serving the people anymore. They are serving the corporations and the donors that give them the money, and we have to get that kind of money out of the government because it's just not right. Period. And
That's why even if we can flip the Senate and get Trump out of there, our job really isn't done. And one of the reasons what you're getting going here with the Blue Dot family is so important. Workers beyond this are, I mean, it's just, pulling us back from the edge of the cliff. Then we got to build a guardrail so we don't go over the cliff again. Then we got to start fixing the road.
Yeah. Because we do have to realize that those that don't learn from history are doomed for failure. Doomed to repeat it. What does that tell you about our ability to adjust to evolve with their circumstances? We can't allow that to happen. I think this is a substantial moment in time. I can only relate it in my lifetime to back in the 60s, early 70s, when there was significant change with civil rights, with environmental protections, with all worker rights, and all sorts of rights. Anyway, there was major change in that time, and it was because of the involvement of the American people in the system. In the system, everybody always bitches about the system. Everybody would always say, "Well, I ain't gonna vote for Biden because I loved Bernie so much, and Biden's not the same." It doesn't matter. You jump behind.
You gotta be pragmatic.
You got to be pragmatic. You have to constantly be pushing your party, and at the same time allow yourself to what I call bend the arc, push your agenda, whether it be with the environment, whether it be with healthcare or anything else that drives you into this party. That's how this party, that's how we evolve as a party. That's how we evolve as a society, as people. We learn, we do better. It's that simple. Unfortunately, right now, we have a whole bunch of people on the other side who just want to drag their freaking knuckles and go backwards.
Yeah, but
a minority on that side.
Yes, they are.
They're loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If Biden embraced legalization of marijuana and not even universal health care, but if he embraced a public option for ACA, he would be swept into victory. Just saying.
And I don't know what the problem is.
Safe.
It is one of those touch issues nowadays that has broad support all across the country, on both Republican and Democratic sides, conservatives and liberals like to get high. They do that. I've seen them. I meet them. I smoked with them. It's not a party
Most of
thing.
that.
You know,
God, I wish I could
yeah.
get high.
that you know, I've smoked with problems with Republicans before, conservatives, and I always tell them, I always look at them as I hand them the joint, and tell them, you know, you're a liberal, right? As I hand them the joint. You take it, buddy. Don't tell me you're so conservative.
When
But in
you're smoking
issues,
the secret herb, it doesn't matter.
no. Well,
Just like it shouldn't matter in any other,
no.
reasonable situation.
No, you know, here in Texas, it just astonishes me because we lived here just about all my life, and it's drinking and driving. Don't drink and drive. We're going to throw your ass in court, in jail, and blah blah blah. We're going to have blue light specials on drinking and driving. All this stuff through time, and then all of a sudden I turn around and oh my God, drive-through margaritas, baby. You know, it changes the society. Yes, we have drive-through. Hey, drive-through, get you a margarita and go out.
Drive, don't spill your fucking drink.
No shit, you know. But it just doesn't jive with what you've been telling me all these years. I don't get it.
I can drive with one hand. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I can smoke with one hand, so you know. Yeah.
So what are you doing with the other one?
Driving? No.
No, you're not driving with both because you just said you were driving with one hand. So
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing with the other one?
I can't
Hold
say
my
it, but
margarita?
This is a hold,
Perhaps we shouldn't know.
hold my margarita. You ain't never seen no shit like this. Hold on. That's what the conversation
I sure
goes
as
like.
hell ain't gonna tell what I'm doing to my other one.
Yeah, wait. The family show here, don't you? Blue Dot Family here.
Didn't hear that, Bernie.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, where's Bernie? Bernie's out there.
Bernie's
I saw her.
my own line.
Bernie is in
I'm
the.
sorry,
There she is.
Sorry.
She's talking to Baroness right now. She said, and I'm going to quote her. I've been hot for a while. That's right out of Bernadette's mouth. You know, I'm just
Bernie's
saying.
been hot ever since
That's
I've
what she
known her.
says
I don't know
right
what the hell
there.
she's
She's
talking
saying
about.
that, where'd it go? She was telling somebody, I can't remember now. Baroness, too late. I've been hot for a while. I'm sure she is referencing her anger over the situation.
I've got a question for you, John.
Yeah.
How
Not
much
what you're
clout,
thinking, Andy. Okay, go ahead.
How much clout or influence would you say big oil has in the country?
Wow.
How much impact? How much influence?
Influence or impact that
Holy
oil
shit.
has on the United States?
Did you see what he did in Atlanta yesterday? That's how much power. Yesterday he went into sign
Yeah, I saw that.
to a presidential proclamation, whatever the hell it was, to ease restrictions on infrastructure for our country so we can build shit faster around here and we can progress into the future. And all those good words he said were basically for one thing: pipelines. They are
And they were all coded. Every word was coded with bullshit.
bullshit. What it is
Yeah.
restricting the public's knowledge of where a pipeline's going, what kind of shit they're putting through that pipeline, all that kind of crap. It's none of your fucking business. Just like how much we pay Secret Service until I'm gone, or how much this is, or how much my taxes is.
Yeah, it's not
None
like
of
you're
your
a rich
freaking
white
business.
guy or anything.
If I might interject, think of chocolate at this point as bullshit.
Oh,
And
Lord.
if you can put chocolate over a cookie or over an almond or whatever you put it over,
We're
think
covered.
of all that brown stuff as bullshit rather than
We're
chocolate.
covered in it, buddy.
That's what we're getting out of this administration
That's it.
right now.
That's
We're
it.
in the middle of Willy Wonka's Chocolate River.
That's it.
Indeed.
Shit-covered
Somebody
raisins.
throw me a
Wonka's
lifesaver.
bullshit factory.
Cherry. It is
So I was
constantly.
getting- I
Every
was getting
fucking day
somewhere
it's
with
that way. Every freaking day it's that way. Today was no different. What was the shoot? The chaos du jour today. Refresh. What was on his Twitter feed? Could you see me that? Show me that.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I can look
Yeah.
real quick.
Let me finish up real quick.
Okay. I'm
So
sorry.
my best friend works in oil production in
Right.
Houston. I was talking to him about how much the price of a barrel has gone negative in the not too distant past.
Yeah, down here when
And
oil
it was
goes
basically
down, it's not good.
because they were overproducing and there was no demand for it, so they were paying to store it until the price went up.
Right.
So they were
exactly.
actually losing money.
Yes.
So I'm just reading an article right now. It says there's 3 oil stocks that could possibly go bankrupt this year. So do you think it would behoove them to lobby the White House and the administration to open the economy quicker than it's supposed to be?
You'd probably say that people, if they're staying home, they're not filling their car up with gas. They're not using the
Instead of
product.
hemorrhaging money and
Oil and gas down, Dennis, in this area, that all Texas is made out of oil, gas, cotton, and cows, baby. That's what we do here in Texas. A lot of our economy here is based on oil and gas exploration and production and everything else. We have refineries all up and down the road down here. As you come into Corpus Christi at nighttime, you think, oh, what a big, huge city. No, that's all refineries lit up at night. So that's probably why Abbott was so quick to jump the gun and open this state back up, because not only oil companies, but as you well know, Dennis, down here, oil service companies. The guy that goes out and makes the pad for the rig, the guy that goes out to supply the porta potties, there's a whole business that is.
So with their influence, what I'm getting at is basically big money,
huge money,
has put a price tag on human life.
Yep.
I mean, simply put.
And the higher the price of oil goes, the better it is for business. It's sort of like that war thing. War is good for business. Well, that's because it uses a lot of oil. Oil is good for business. Well, there you go. When you see gas go up $4 a gallon, this place is humming with rigs. Corpus Christi itself is a hub for this whole South Texas area. The Eagle Ford Shale is a huge field out here that produces a lot of oil and gas. And by the way, it creates jobs in restaurants. It creates jobs at housing. It spreads it because that's what the economy is based on. The problem that we face is one, that is a finite supply. Oil and gas, no matter, I don't care how many you extract out, way longer than our lifetimes. Mm-hmm. But it is a finite resource, and we now have technology to get it cheaper, cleaner, and more advanced technology. But you're still going to have those people that are so resistant to change, and they are making a boatload of money on coal or on oil and gas. That's the way the system works. That's the way they want to keep it. Long-term thinking, that's how come we're not done in November, because these issues are things that we're going to have to address over decades. And
looks like most of what Trump's been doing today has been bragging about the deregulations.
That's what.
Speaking of oil and gas, that's most of his retweets.
There you go.
And that
it's
Barr's bragging about controlling MS-13 because that's what everyone's concerned about.
Yeah, because we're all concerned about the guys running across the border with machetes in their mouth and blood hanging down. They got a couple of women tied up in the back of the car. They're looking for make a left. The whole damn movie.
Well, whatever was on Narco this week, I guess,
whatever
he watched.
Whatever he watched on Narco this week, that's what he's going to tell you is happening out there. And if you're standing anywhere near the border, be careful. Some big bale of drugs is found to come over the fence any minute and hit you in the head.
If they do, we're gonna sell those some bitches.
Hell yes. Yes. Are you shitting me? I don't know. Over the years, so many, 40 years, just since I married Marsha, 42 years right down here in the heart of South Texas. I don't know how many law enforcement officers, Border Patrol agents, judges that I've seen cases of that were caught by the FBI for, helping smugglers or help smuggle the money or, there's corruption anytime you involve large sums of money like that. And there is no bigger argument for legalization than that right there.
That's right. That's one of the biggest things Texas could do to fight that take the money out of it.
Yes.
And you know what? It opens up new business and industry for the state.
It does.
New jobs.
Sure
it does. Opens more restaurants.
Sure.
Because
sell more Girl Scout cookies.
That's right. You smell more Girl Scout cookies on the corner down there.
Buy yourself a buttload of Texas brisket, for Christ's sake.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good investment.
I'd seen Bob Kincaid sent me a picture on Facebook there. Bob Kincaid's show, he's up in West Virginia. He does, he's probably a step up from what I do, but he has a the Horn family, much like the Blue Dot family. He does a show all the time, and he's trying to build that. The picture. Yeah, he sent me a picture of brisket because he cooks a lot, and he likes to brag. And I got to say, I told him, I went on the show on Friday on the front porch the other day and told him, I said, man, I reported him to the Texas Rangers. I believe he'd been down here spying and stole some of our recipes because it looked that good. Anyway, let me catch up here. Tanya Broden donated $5 to Super Chat and said, vote the Moronavirus.
There we go. We
and
got
the
it.
complicit corrupt out of our house. Vote blue. Vote blue dots. Our lives do depend on it. They do indeed, Tanya.
They do. Yes.
Your vote may well determine somebody's life in the future because we
Thank you,
do.
Tanya.
Yes. And Miss Linda Henshaw Crim, donated $2 to Super Chat and said, for Andy, can't do it PayPal, P.S. fuck Trump. We can do. Andy will tally these
God
up.
bless you. Thank you.
We'll get it all to you, buddy. No finer calls, buddy. No finer calls. Anyway, don't get into the mushy
Anyone
shit
using
again.
PayPal to help Andy, you got to use that link that they've got up on YouTube directly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, PayPal makes it a little confusing. Use the PayPal.me/filthymouthliberal to get right there.
There you go. Thank
Damn.
you, David.
That was
I don't
professional
even
as
That
know
was
fuck,
how to
David.
professional, David.
address
Thank you.
it.
Thank you, buddy.
I mean, gee whiz.
Andy, I hope it's enough to help you out, buddy. I hope it's enough to pay for
yeah,
the medication.
even
And
if
like
it
I
can-
said, get
even if
that
it can
cruise
make
to
it
the
in.
Bahamas, buddy. I hear it's wonderful for your health.
I'm not going to cruise to the damn Bahamas. I'm going to buy some dope with it. But, I promise
able
you
to
I
hook you
wouldn't
up
do
there.
all that mushy shit. But my gosh.
Well, Andy,
No Bahamas, but Maui Wowie.
Yeah, no Maui Wowie there maybe to help with the. Andy,
I might buy a Bahama Mama hot sausage. You get those in the convenience store.
yeah,
10 for $1 or some
10
shit.
for
like
$1,
that.
yeah, soaked in vinegar.
They're pretty good, and they'll
They
make
are.
your asshole weak. But
Beer
we're
food, buddy.
good with that.
Hell yes, they
Yeah.
are. Hell yes, who ain't had that? Do you remember those sausages they used to keep in a big 5-gallon jug up there?
God, yeah.
Everybody
I
would dip
remember
their
that. I
hand in there
remember-
and get you a sausage and maybe an egg out of the other one. Or
I remember what we used to call sody crackers that
So-
you used to buy with those too.
yeah,
And you
We're telling our age,
plain old
Andy.
saltine crackers.
fucking boomers.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
People know how
We had the
I
best
am.
fucking music, buddy. That's what we always could say. We hold on to that.
I mean,
We had the best
I
music.
look terrific, but I'm old enough to fart dust. I kid you not.
Older than the mountains. Anyway, A. Daniels donated $5 to Super Chat and said, this Blue Dot group is the best. Fuck Trump. Thank you, A. Daniels. We
This-
appreciate it, and I agree with you. It is a
Indeed.
fine group of people that we've...
This is a family. If
yes.
a family ever existed.
And I don't give a freak what anybody says. It's not me that built this family. That's right there in that chat, baby. And everything that's happening tonight for Andy, that's in this chat. This is not me. I'm just a guy that has a camera that turned it on. That's it. I'm the facilitator. That's,
I'm going to call you a catalyst or a facilitator. Yes, you're right.
I am a trained. I have an award for, as a matter of fact, one of my proudest. I do. I held the facilitator of the year for the Army Depot out here that I work for. Facilitator of the year, and that's pretty good.
You
That's
do
a-
it damn well, man.
Ah.
Better than anybody I've ever seen.
It's just
anyway.
letting people realize that I'm not the one that can bring the answers. I'm not the guy that brings you into the room. That's what a facilitator does. He doesn't have to know what business you're in. He doesn't have to know how to make the widget that you're doing. What he
It
has to
takes a
do
village,
is
man.
bring that group of people together and get
Right.
them to work together for a common cause, a common good, a common project. And that's what we're doing here.
It takes a freaking village.
It takes a
And
big
Lord knows
freaking
we
village.
have a big village.
Because
going
we
on
got
there
a lot
right
of
now.
village idiots out there. They're spread out.
I'm
So,
probably one of them.
no, I'm talking about the other village idiots. The ones that are
Okay.
still voting for Trump. The one that I see every time I go down. Oh, don't point like that.
Well,
Down the road,
being
they'd see him
the
selling
good
Trump
Southerner
shit.
that I am. God bless them. I'm not going to say anything bad about them, but you all know what I'm thinking. But
Well, you're the
I-
filthy mouth liberal. Of course, we know what you're thinking.
well, I'm trying to be a nice boy right
It
now.
is all a bunch
because
of hashtag signs and exclamation points, and you know.
visit our Facebook page. You'll know what we mean.
There you go. And do go by and visit the Filthy Mouth Liberals Facebook page. He's right there. Pretty picture of Andy too.
I've all but completely withdrawn from that, but I'm going to try to get back to it.
Well,
My
don't
health
push
issues
yourself,
have
buddy.
overwhelmed me like you wouldn't believe, and
Yeah.
I'm coming back from that.
Well, good.
It's going to take.
That's
some
what we
time, but
want.
I'll get
And you get that way with your medication. So that's what this was. We don't want to hear that again. That's a
I'm on
problem.
the good stuff, buddy.
Oh man. Hey, if you got
Really
any
quick,
extra-
I also want to chime in really quick because someone asked earlier, you know, they can't donate, they can't
You don't
do
have to.
PayPal. You don't have to, but what I did
Send
mention
well
is
wishes, baby.
that's what I said. And so Andy, there's a lot of love coming to you in the YouTube chat right now. So later on, if you can't do it now, if you rewatch the video later, you can scroll through the chat, and there's a lot of well wishes there. And I'm also trying to direct them over to your Facebook as well, so they can reach out to you there and write to you and all that. Because again, you know,
I would be happy to do
This,
that.
you know, as we
And-
said, go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
May I say this to those people who might not be in a position to donate? That's okay. You've thought about me, and I can't express strongly enough my gratitude just for thinking about me. And this particular period of my life has overwhelmed me, but this particular gathering of love for me, whether it be by monetary donation, whether it be by prayer, or whatever it is that you do, has overwhelmed me, far exceeding to anything that I ever expected. And I don't have the words.
Well, then shut
That
up.
words fail me to express what I feel for you people right now. I kid you not.
Andy, this family loves you. I love you, brother.
Well,
You reached out to me when I first started this shit to give me encouragement. There are so many people that gave me the support that allowed me to even run my mouth today. I don't
Well,
forget that.
none of us is different from the other.
No.
We just do what we do in maybe a little different way. And that thing right there is what brings us all together.
That was a short.
We need John to sing "Lean on Me" now.
I don't
I try to
think
light them
any
like
two
5
of
or
us
6
are
times.
alike.
You know, I'm trying to quit smoking, so I try to take one cigarette and I'll light that sucker 5 times. I'll take 2 puffs, put it down, and it'll go out. This
Right now,
time
I'm lighting one off the end of the other.
oh
I feel
no,
good.
everybody just Dad's mustache nearly just
Damn-
blew the fuck
damn near
off his
blew up my
face.
mustache, buddy. I
I
guess
saw that from the corner of my eye. I jumped back thinking, "Oh shit, it's about to blow."
I have to quit
Just
smoking.
be
I know
careful
it. I
when
have.
you light that pipe, baby.
Yeah, that's why I like the pipe. It's farther away from my nose. I don't have to worry about burning nothing up. But I'm trying to quit smoking, and I'm doing pretty good. Not good enough, but it's constantly on my mind nowadays.
Well,
So
believe me, you don't need any help. I've
No.
quit a whole bunch of times. I've never needed any help at all.
that's me. I've done this before. I could do it again. Not a problem. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I've quit a whole bunch of times. Piss on all
Yep.
that help.
Yep. Smoke
Nicotine
that
patches
cigarette.
and the whole-
Smoke,
Yeah.
smoke. You're gonna smoke yourself to death. Tell St. Peter at the
Puff
Golden Gate
yourself
that
to
you
death.
just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have just one more cigarette.
You had to bring Willie into this.
Yeah. Yep. I know that song too. No, it is. It's a filthy habit, and let me go ahead and put it out. That way, it just dies. And then I don't. I keep track of that ashtray. How many cigarettes are in that ashtray? I'm
I
really,
dumped my 8 or 9
I
times
am
a day,
trying.
so I don't remember that
yeah,
shit.
that's what. Well, that's where I'm coming from. You know, I was during, especially when I started this. I would get, like anybody, you get a little nervous right before you turn on the freaking camera. And at that time, I'm recording, so it's more of a let's do this right one time. And at the beginning,
You're not going to do anything right in one take.
Nope. That's how come I like live. I like live.
You're gonna screw up,
It's done.
and the more times you screw up, the more authentic you are.
Yep. So yeah, I do all my rants live now just for that particular reason. But anyway, Andy, we love you. This whole family loves you, and and the reason this family responds like this is because of that love. Just remember that. And whether you donate or not is besides the point. As I said at the beginning of this show, it is never a requirement. The requirement is that you care, about the people in that chat, that you care about the people that you don't know, and that you care about the people that you do know and you can't stand. Like I got some down the street from me. I got to care about their future as much as anybody else. What is that old thing they do in the religion? I forgive you of your sins and all that shit.
Last rights.
Yeah. Anyway, Maria Betancourt donated $5 to Super Chat, said, "This is for Andy. I cannot get on PayPal. So sorry. Not a problem, Maria. We'll make sure Andy gets it."
I love Maria. She's a good
Ain't
egg.
she?
I
She
kid
has.
you not.
She has been in this family for a long time. She's donated a lot of times.
Well, I'm going to have to go, John, because I'm weak as hell. But
Andy, before you
Yeah.
go,
yes,
you are the one who introduced me to Mr. John Bradovo. And I just want to thank you for getting me into this family. I owe it all to you, and you will always have my eternal thanks.
dude, the pleasure is mine.
You know something, Mitch?
If
That's the same way I met him. It's through that video. That's the first time I saw Andy. Hey, this guy mentioned your name. Who? What? And that's how I found him too.
and people are looking at me like, who the fuck is John Brenneman?
Yeah, that's
I
what they're
know who
still
John
saying.
Brenneman is, and you should know who he is too, because you have taken this thing way farther than
We-
I ever thought it would ever go.
We.
Dude, we're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
This is the first
I'm just-
fucking inning. This is the
I'm
first
just
inning.
plain on me. I'm plain old Andy from Shelby, North Carolina.
Well,
I
that's-
don't know diddly squat about
That's
it.
what I am when you're in Texas, buddy. John Brideville. Bluntzer, Texas. Don't know squat. But I'm here every day trying to do the best we can. And that's what we all are trying to do. That's what Randy Kervin does every day. Leo Sahaki. The people the everyday people that are just tired of it, that they want their voice heard. They ain't one of us have
We have
experience
so
of this shit.
many people who have come out of this movement who have gone on to express their opinions and make their voices heard, who are so more meaningful than anything we could ever say.
And there's more coming. I know personally.
Yeah.
I know things that may be in the work between even Blue Dot family members that are thinking about doing the same thing to put together their voices and make it heard. And I encourage everybody to do that. If you're so inclined, turn on your camera. If you're not, point it towards a tree and just talk.
We need your voice.
Yes, we need your voice, and it encourages others to be involved and to realize that we all have to be concerned about this. And never is that more evident than what we're going through right now with an administration that has just thrown up their hands, don't give a shit and ass thing about anything that happens out here. And we are now basically having officials saying verbally, it's up to each individual now. You're on your
All
own.
this guy wants, John, and you know this as well as I do, all this guy wants is to be reelected,
That's it.
to keep his fat orange ass out of prison.
He wants to keep his hand in the Treasury. With the help of Steve Mnuchin, he's doing
well,
a
maybe
fine
in
job.
a couple of other places I won't mention them
Yeah.
because it's not proper. But
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly what he wants.
Yes, he's not
And
done
we can't
anything.
allow that to happen.
No.
And I hope he goes to a real shitty prison too.
We have
really.
the power to stop that.
We do,
We
Andy,
just
and
have
that's
to
what we
get
have
up
to do.
off our asses and act.
That's it.
And we can't wait till tomorrow. We have to do that shit right now.
Every day we have to remind people that this is that important. That
Yeah.
this cannot take back burner. We all have lives to make. Andy
Right.
has to go to the pharmacy and pay for that medicine for one thing. Put groceries on the table. We all have to do those things that are just basic necessities to make our lives work.
If I can challenge everyone right now who is listening to this to get off your butt before you go to bed tonight and challenge someone to do exactly what you're thinking about doing. Challenge that person to make their voice heard. Challenge that person to donate to a reputable cause. challenge that person to do something.
Yeah.
To let people know where they stand.
Yep.
You're going to get some ridicule from that.
Oh, baby.
But the reward you're going to reap from that is going to be far greater than anything you could ever imagine.
It is. And don't, yeah, I warn people that if you're going to turn the camera on and do this kind of thing, yep, there's people not going to like you.
You gonna
my
have to
response
expect
to them
bad
is
shit.
fuck off. I'm beyond that now. When I first started, I was
I've told my
concerned.
own family that.
I don't give a shit what you got to say. I know where I stand. I know where my heart lies. I know where I want my fellow Americans. I know what they need and what we all deserve. And we don't
What was that
see
TV
that.
show back in the 70s, John, where Mel was the cook and Flo was one of the
Mel's Diner.
that one.
That one, yeah.
And Flo said, "Kiss my grits."
Kiss my grits.
Well,
Boy.
how in the hell can you get any
Yeah.
more accurate than that?
Yeah, and if
You don't have to get ugly about it. Just kiss
Yeah.
my grits.
and we'll pray for you.
Make like a mama bird and get the flock out
I
of here
use
and be
that
done
a
with
lot when people give me shit about my T-shirts. That's usually the first thing comes out of my mind. Well, I just left
Had to
Trump.
get me one of
Well, I'm
those.
going to pray for you.
It's called Alice.
And what's that?
Yeah.
Show's called Alice.
Alice, that's
That
what it
one,
was.
yes.
Yeah, she was a waitress. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Good show. Good show.
I just
And
want to
when
add
they
on
tell
to
me-
that though.
What's
that
that,
When
Dennis?
they,
If
when
you
they
don't
tell
have
me
any
they're going to pray
haters,
for me,
you're not doing it right.
What's that, Dennis?
Yeah.
If you don't have any haters, then you're not doing it
Yeah,
right.
you're not doing it right.
Exactly.
yeah.
You're not pissing
Oh
off.
yeah, you should have one or two at least.
When
and when they tell me I'm going to pray for you, well, yes, please do.
yes,
I appreciate that.
That's
do
right.
whatever you have to do, and I'll be
need it.
grateful.
I need to pray. And
Sure, we need
I'm
all
not
we
a
can
religious
get.
guy. I say it all the time, but if I need it, I do. Maybe it'll change me one day. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
I borrowed a southern response from you guys.
What's
Bless
that?
your heart.
Bless your heart.
Bless
With-
your
with all the
heart.
meaning behind it.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's a true Southern statement. Well, bless your heart. Translation: you idiot, get off my porch.
I wasn't going to be quite so nice about it, but thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Yeah, shit. And I'll tell you what. I'm a son of the South. I've grown up in Louisiana all my life. It's what pisses me off about the rebel flag crap. It's my Southern hair. Fuck you. Get a glass of sweet tea, asshole. Do you know what pecan pie is? What they saw?
Yeah.
I love pecan.
Wipe
know what
your
that's-
ass with a
You ever
slice
had
of
divinity,
pecan pie, you'll be
motherfucker?
good.
Fried chicken? You go carry a flag around like that. Fuck you. Anyway, I see Travis got the names going. I want to thank everybody. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
got to get my butt out. I got to get my butt out of here.
Got to go? Well, get your butt out of here, asshole. Who come in here and asked you to come around here anyway? See how these people are? They come on your show and then all of a sudden they just run off.
That's Mr. Asshole. to you.
Mr.
Thank you very
Asshole.
much.
Andy, you filthy mouth liberal. I love you, brother. Please take
I love
care
you
of
too,
yourself. Please take care
Feel
of yourself.
better. Take care of yourself.
Because you asked me not to get all sappy and shit.
Yeah, don't be getting all
won't-
sappy and shit.
I won't express to you how overwhelmed I am tonight, but I am
fuck off.
grateful, and I want to thank each and every one of you, and whoever you look up to, may that individual bless you. I am
There you go.
grateful beyond words.
Well, Andy, we're just glad everybody, the family stepped up and that it helps out, buddy.
I am too, and I'm going to go take a leak now.
Go ahead and do that, buddy. Just go ahead and leave the microphone on. We all just want to listen to that.
No,
just,
you don't want to hear
You
that.
don't want to hear that, brother.
'Cause
Take
it
care
might-
of yourself. Give love to all your family, and take care of that grandson, buddy.
You bet I'll do it, and I love you all. Thank you so much.
All right, Andy. Take care of yourself,
Andy.
bub.
All right.
It's good hearing your voice again.
You bet. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
That's a great guy.
He is, and I know that wasn't easy for him to stay on the air that long. I know it wasn't. Yeah, bless his heart. We love him dearly, and I
I
appreciate.
recognize the strains of pain,
Yeah, I've talked to him several times today, and it starts all that freaking mushy shit and crap. And anyway, we don't allow that crap between me and him. It's hard enough. Anyway, I want to thank everybody that donated tonight to Andy and to us also. We appreciate it, and then we'll make sure we get those funds forwarded over to Andy. this family lives on the love that it gives. So y'all made it grow 100 times tonight, and I appreciate it dearly. That being said, we appreciate everybody that tunes in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope. This whole family grows only because of the love y'all show. And Dennis, what can I say, buddy? Thank you very much for coming. And
Absolutely.
being a
I'm
voice
glad
here,
to be
buddy.
here every time.
You bet. We enjoy keeping us on our toes, buddy. And David, thank you, buddy, for coming in all the way from North California, out in there.
You were about to say Carolina.
I was about
I know
to say
it's
North
funny.
Carolina.
It's like because you
Yes,
know
that
North
pronunciation
Carolina,
I
but
have.
no, there's
Shit.
Northern California.
Well, Andy's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's always
just-
a pleasure.
Well,
Always
we're
a pleasure.
glad to have you here. Your voice is always welcome here. And Julie, thank you so much for coming in tonight, darling. We appreciate you coming in. And okay,
Hey, John.
we appreciate you
Happy
sharing.
to listen to you.
That's the first time I heard your voice tonight. I knew you was back there, though, baby. I just wanted to tell you thank you for bringing Mitch into the room tonight. We appreciate him tremendously, and he is indeed a powerful voice in his family, and we love having him here.
Well, thank you, John.
Yeah,
Have
you-
a good evening.
Welcome. Mitch, by the way, is not paying me overly rate for saying that. I mean, it's a standard little thing there. He didn't go exorbitant. You won't see a big charge on the card. Just
Okay,
All right,
good.
John. You can bully me all you want to, John. I'll support you.
Mitch Goldstein, I
Now
love
I
you,
am.
buddy. Thank you for being here. We always enjoy your voice. Very knowledgeable fellow, and that is always needed in here. So thank you very
John,
much.
Thanks for, every bus needs a driver, and John Brideville, you are the man.
Y'all just buckle
And
up.
your service is to this community is absolutely invaluable.
Yeah, might
And
ought to
I'm
move
telling
that
you, man,
mask
this
from your
is-
face up to your eyes. It's a
You may
scary ass
say right
ride.
now, you're going to say, we've already come so far, but let me tell you, we got a long
Got-
haul ahead of us. This is the first inning. We are
Indeed.
still in the first inning of this mess.
We are.
Trust me
indeed.
when I tell you.
Yeah, we have the work starts mucho trabajo after January. That's when the
That's
work
right.
starts, baby. And we all need to be involved in that because we all want it to go in certain directions. So we need to bend it towards that direction. That's what it's all about to get where we want to be.
All right,
Anyway,
good night, Blue Dog.
good night, Mitch. Good night, Dennis. Good night, David. Y'all say good night to everybody. That's y'all's cue.
Night, y'all. Oh,
There you go.
I want to make a
Sorry, Mark was off. Good night,
So-
everybody.
There you go. Got to get better with
bold
them cue cards.
prediction.
What's that, Dennis?
Before we go, I want to make a pretty bold prediction.
Bold prediction. What's that?
Yeah, I would say in the next 4 to 6 weeks that this family's going to double.
Well, let's hope so.
Just
Baby.
call it a hunch.
Let's hope
Call
so.
it a hunch.
Let's hope so. I'm going to hold you to it. If it don't, we're coming to your house. We're going to find out where they all
You know the address.
Yeah, I do indeed, my friend. I do indeed. Dennis, thank you for being here. Thank your whole family. I hope everybody's doing well up there, baby. And that
Yeah.
includes the dog, so make sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And for the rest of everybody, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this family. And thank you for participating in tonight to help Andy out. I know you touched his heart, and I know he needed the help. So anyway, all that other mushy kind of shit, we'll see y'all later. And by the way, tomorrow is Beer and Bud Friday. So put the beer on the ice, put the bud in the bowl. Don't light it yet. And we'll see you tomorrow then. Y'all take care.